Hi, Cancer. My name is Audrey Alison, and this is your May forecast for 2014. I'm very happy to be here. Thanks for tuning in. And the vibe I'm going with this month is that May is a much more milder month than April. So you can rest assured that it won't be so tumultuous and there won't be so many quick, sudden, abrupt, uncomfortable changes and maybe tense anxiety or stresses that you have been dealing with in particular in April because you are a cardinal sign and you've been affected directly by these eclipses, the Grand Cardinal Cross, the Uranus-Pluto opposition. It's just like we need a month where it's not so chaotic, and here we go. Here's May. To start off the month, on May 2nd, we have Venus going into Aries. In this month, it just consists of 2 Venus transits, 2 Mercury transits, a full moon, a new moon, no eclipses, and then Mars going direct, which is awesome. Okay, so Venus goes into Aries on the 2nd. Venus is the planet of love and money, and Aries is the 10th house for you, which is your career and your social status, your limelight, how people are perceiving you, how you are projected out into society. Venus is going to give you a very loving, amicable, beautiful reaction and feeling in regards to your career. And I think Cancers need this. We need the validation at this point, right? Also money. Venus bringing money into the career. You're finally paid what you're due. Excuse me. You're paid what you're worth. And there's some redemption to that. So we love that. On the 7th of May, Mercury, the messenger planet, moves into Gemini, which he rules. So he's very comfortable in this placement, and this will affect your 12th house of spirituality and your psychic ability and your secrets and things that are hidden and the mysterious self and maybe even some creativity. Mercury is very expressive through writing, study, blogging, websites, internet, local travel, siblings. Mercury going into Gemini will make you very mentally active and astute and psychic. So this will be happening for about 21 days. Mercury will transit from the 7th until the 28th. So take advantage of that. Get in touch with your inner guru and maybe be your own counselor for a minute there, Cancer, because I know that a lot of you are going through some therapies due to the patterns of the eclipses that have hit you. Therapy has been an issue for the last 6 months to a year. So you can be your own guide right now. Trust your own intuition from the 7th through the 28th. Always do that. But here it's very heightened. So any messages that you are receiving and dreaming about, 12th house is premonitions and dreams, ruled by Neptune and Pisces. However, there's not a lot of disillusionment here with Mercury and Gemini. No rose-colored glasses. You're seeing things for exactly what they are. And things won't get better. Think of things, well, that's kind of shitty to say, but think of things, like if you're looking at your relationships, look at them for what they actually are, not for what you see them 5 years from now down the road. Okay, see them for exactly what they are and then make your decisions based upon that. On May 14th, we have a full moon, 23 degrees Scorpio. This is in your 5th house of children and romance and fun and creativity. Awesome. Okay, so Scorpio is another water sign, very comfortable full moon for you. Full moons bring things to awareness, culmination. Something's going to be seen that's been secret from you, hidden from you, perhaps from your kids. You have a child that might have a bit of incredible creative news for you. Or you have a creative outlet that you didn't realize, and around mid-month you're starting to do something that you really didn't know you had a talent or a knack for. Or romance is coming into the picture, but in a very sudden or shocking kind of way. You could just really not expect it. You're not aware of it until it's happening. Perhaps you have some kind of romantic dinner ahead of you that your significant other actually took the initiative to handle on their own, which would be awesome. On May 19th, Mars, the planet of action and energy, finally goes direct. Thank God. Okay, Mars is stationed in Libra for an enormous amount of time for Mars. Mars transits every 60 days. I mentioned this last month. But he's been awkwardly stationed in Libra for 5 months now and will continue to be there through July 23rd. So Mars, now officially going direct on the 19th in Libra, will affect your 4th house of home, which you are, Cancer. You rule the 4th house on the solar wheel. Your home is important to you, the nurturing of the home, the solace of the home, beautification, the meals in the home, having things comfortable and serene. Now, with the action going direct in Mars supporting this, things in the home won't be as rocky. I feel like Cancer, you must have really hated Mars retrograde for 3 months in the home, because if there's anything a Cancer needs, it needs its little crustacean shell to feel very protective. It's home. And things might have been very chaotic and turbulent in the home the last 3 months and unpredictable. So now you're feeling at ease from the 19th on, and Mars won't go through any crazy retrogrades again this year. So we'll just be thankful that things are going smooth sailing in that sector, and you can feel at ease in the home environment that you so long for. On the 20th, the Sun enters Gemini like it does every year. This is affecting that 12th house again. Gemini's hit a lot, and this is your psychic self, that inner quiet, peaceful spiritual self that you need to focus on. It really would be good for Cancers to pick up some form of meditation. Not to sound too cheesy over here, but you know, the metaphysical aspects of healing the mind and body can be very amazing, okay, for the soul and for the spirit. And you have a lot of 12th house activation, and quiet time is important and therapeutic. So you might consider yoga, Pilates, meditation itself, acupuncture, massage, which, hey, takes a lot of work to get a good massage, right? It's so strenuous. You might want to hit that up around the 20th when the Sun is illuminating the 12th house, and then 8 days later on the 28th, the new moon is 7 degrees Gemini in this 12th house. The Sun and the moon are both in Gemini. How awesome and ironic. So you have the illumination and the beginnings, the Sun's rays in this 12th house, and the new beginnings initiating from the emotional new moon in this house as well. You could find it'd be really good to start to initiate the expansion of your psychic self. If you're into that, if you're into honing in on your own abilities, which we all have these innate abilities as human beings, you could plant the seeds to initiate the expansion of these abilities around the 28th of May and see where they are in a 28-day lunar cycle afterwards, because you might be pleasantly surprised with some of your dreams, your premonitions, who might come to you on a spiritual level. It's all out there. On the 28th as well, Venus does her second transit and moves into Taurus. This will Venus rules Taurus, so it's comfortable placement. It'll affect your 11th house of friendships. Venus will be beautifying your relationships with people, and you might have really neglected some of your friendships due to your relationship issues that you've been having. But your relationships with your friends and friendships pick up. Perhaps they're a source of comfort, but this 11th house is also groups, clubs, and organizations, and hopes and goals and wishes. So Venus giving support and beautification to that, you could find yourself joining gyms, organizations, clubs. Some things in groups are really good for Cancers right now. Even though they're so used to being on their own and alone and in some solitude, you might benefit from the support of others at the end of the month. And then Mercury makes his second transit on the 29th, the day after, into Cancer. Okay, so Cancer, it's in your first house. Mercury, the planet of communication and study and writing, is going into your sign for 21 days. Take advantage of it. Start your websites. Get your book published. Communicate to the person you need to communicate to. Your words are very easily understood and expressed at this time. Your brain is like a sponge for studying. If you need to acquire or learn or study information, it's the perfect time, starting on the 29th through mid-June or third week of June. Let me pull the cards. I'm doing mini readings in this forecast, so I'm pulling 4 cards, and I'll show you what they are and see what I vibe on. And I also have the astrological deck. 4 of coins, Five of Coins. Ten of Cups. Queen of Coins. All right, Cancer, it's all about the dough. You need to save. Saving your funds is important at this time. Your career sector hit will help you in doing this because Venus bringing in money and perhaps promotion in the career. You'll have the ability to save more. And now pulling these together, I would interpret this reading in that you feel like something is missing in the funds department, and then here it is. You're able to save it. You lack, you receive, and then boy, do you receive. This is the best, okay? This is the Queen of Coins, Venus, the home, the land, the growth, the expansion of funds, the expansion of beauty. Communication, Mercury. This is the internet, the connected still. News. You'll be hearing a lot with this active Gemini sign this month. The communication, the Mercury transits into Gemini and then Cancer into you. You're more communicative. People are more communicative to you. The expression feels mutual, reciprocal. I love these two together. You could be hearing about money and funds coming in. The Queen has achieved everything that she has set out to do. For the plan that you had in January seems to be manifesting in May. So I love that for you, Cancer. And let me see what your astrological card is for the month. Taurus. Well, we have a couple things happening with Taurus. We have Venus going into Taurus, also governing Taurus. This affects your 11th house of friendships. There might be some female relationships that you need to get back in touch with. Why am I getting like college or younger school days? You could be communicating with people from long ago. You know, when Mercury transits into Gemini and Cancer, bringing you news from afar or news from friendships you haven't heard from in a while. Either way, it's beautiful. It's loving. It's Venus. She's wouldn't have it any other way. All right. Thank you so much, Cancer. I hope you have a beautiful June, and I'll see you soon. My name is Audrey Alison. If you'd like to read with me, have me read for you, feel free to book with me and reach me on my website at audreyallison.com. And I'm on Facebook at Audrey Allison Astrology and Tarot. Thanks so much.